I can tell you that I'm saddened. I can tell you that I'm disappointed. I can tell you that
Yet again, I can let you know that I'm disheartened. I can let you know that I'm frustrated. I can see you that I'm uncomfortable. JEEZY has at long last ended his quiet on Jeannie's stooping embarrassments in an open and profound way. He is sharing his side of the story. This has not been a simple excursion, you know, as I expressed across for me, like I must be answerable for myself. The rapper is sharing the clouded side of his relationship. By uncovering his own encounters that were stowed away from the public eye, Wow Wedded Life feels 1000% unique in relation to when we were dating. So before we plunge into the ebb and flow show encompassing Janie and JEEZY, we should make a stride back and take a gander at how this story started. Their relationship, a mix of sentiment and difficulties, has forever been under the media spotlight. Yet it began as something really exceptional. Jeannie Mai, a prestigious television, have known for her lively character on churl roasts, had a complicated excursion in affection prior to meeting JEEZY, recently wedded to Freddie Bunnies for 10 years. Jeannie's most memorable marriage finished on a note of self-disclosure and individual decisions. Basically, her choice not to have kids this piece of her life was critical, as it molded her perspectives on marriage and parenthood, driving her to at first avoid wedding again. Yet here comes JEEZY, the acclaimed rapper and business visionary, who brought another part into Jan's life. Their association was natural. It wasn't a passing sentiment. It was a security that appeared to challenge Jeannie's previous fears about affection and responsibility. This was a relationship that bloomed freely and delightfully, from closing down sushi cafes on their most memorable date to salsa moving into the night. Their science was very inspiring anyway. Their romantic tale took a major turn when JEEZY proposed to Jeannie, and she embraced his affection more and said, "Okay, it was a fantasy really taking shape." In 2021, they secured the bunch in a cozy, fantastic wedding, denoting the start of many's thought process would be a long-lasting excursion together. Their joy was additionally enhanced with the introduction of their girl Monaco in 2022, apparently establishing their nuclear family. This piece of their process was loaded up with a public presentation of affection, support, and common regard. They were a power couple, as well as an image of developing adoration, breaking barrier and revising their stories. Yet as we currently realize, even the most gorgeous stories can have unforeseen turns. I don't think you actually totally trust anyone, even right now. You're totally correct now. We should hop into the core of this confusion, which is the unexpected declaration of their separation. The news hit the titles like a thunderclap, leaving fans and devotees in a condition of incredulity. JEEZY, known for his cool as a cucumber persona, sought legal separation, a move that nobody saw coming, particularly Jeannie Mai. Herself shock of this declaration undulated through their fan base. Jeannie and JEEZY were not big-name couples. They were seen as a guide of certifiable association in this present reality, where VIP connections frequently appear to be shallow. The disclosure of their split wasn't shocking, it was discouraging to numerous who had followed their romantic tale, putting stock in the strength and flexibility of their security. Yet what genuinely added a layer of intricacy to this declaration was Jeannie's response. Sources near the couple uncovered that she was totally walloped by JEEZY's choice. In vision-only days before the news broke, Jai was sharing ardent posts about their coexistence, commending achievements, and offering thanks for their excursion. This contrast between her public articulations of joy and the truth of their disintegrating marriage portrayed a relationship that was not generally so adjusted as it seemed. The separation record brought up a ton of issues. For what reason did JEEZY choose to end the marriage? What occurred behind the shut entryways of their apparently wonderful life? These inquiries started to make a ton of hypotheses and bits of gossip as their fans attempted to tackle the riddle of this unforeseen occasion in their relationship. As the news got comfortable, the account started to move. The center moved from the shock of the declaration to the expected explanations. For this radical choice, this shift denoted the start of another part in their story, one loaded up with theory claims, and a journey for understanding reality behind the exterior of a conjugal rapture. And presently, we should turn the focus on JEEZY, in light of the fact that what we're uncovering here isn't a wind in the tail. It's an all-out disclosure. The one point that he would constantly make in those days is like you actually really don't have a clue about an individual until they don't get what they need. While the world saw grins and love-filled posts in the background, JEEZY was taking actions that would flip around their fantasy. Definitely you heard it right. Court reports those honest bits of paper have totally exposed this entire adventure. It turns out JEEZY wasn't thinking about finishing things. He was strides ahead, arranging the separation for a really long time. These reports aren't dates and marks, they're a guide to a choice that was developing way before anybody even got a difficult situation. We're talking deliberation and arrangement play, while most of us were oblivious. And here's where it gets juicier. During this arranging, JEEZY's virtual entertainment was an alternate story. There he was, the gushing spouse, the glad dad, illustrating homegrown euphoria. Discuss a twofold life. What brings up the large issue, what's genuine and what's for show? Well, JEEZY in the public eye was about family objectives, yet away from public scrutiny. He was drafting something else altogether. It's like we were watching one film while he was featuring in another. This duality is a straight thing out of a Hollywood content. I thought something was off with me. I didn't have any idea what I was encountering on the grounds that I hadn't heard the word yet. Oh, we should step into JEEZY's point of view briefly. Here's a person who's seen everything except nothing. Might have set him up for this. The legal documents are out, and the world is humming with one copying question. Did Jeannie Mai truly betray him for JEEZY? It resembles his entire world, just got turned over. Now recollect, when they were enamored, everything appeared to be wonderful, right? Yet in the background it appears as though JEEZY was getting on signs that things were off. It's those seemingly insignificant details you can't exactly place at initial. A look here, a murmur there. It begins to include, he expressed, attempting to figure out everything. And afterward, bang, the bamboozling tales begin to twirl. Well, JEEZY has faced difficult stretches before, yet this is private. It's tragedy on an unheard of level. He uncovered the individual. You imparted your most profound mystery to maybe keeping their very own couple. Man, that damages. So what does JEEZY do? He goes into criminal investigator mode, attempting to sort out what's genuine and what's not. It's not just about defying Jeannie, it's tied in with going up against reality. The rapper ponders. Oren, you begin replaying each second, every discussion. Was there a sign I missed, a hint I disregarded, while being lost in an ocean of recollections? Yet here's where it gets precarious. Messy is an individual of note, so he can't lose it. He must maintain a reasonable level of control for his family and for his little girl via web-based entertainment. He says, yet the cool gathered JEEZY everybody knows except, all things considered, it's something else entirely. JEEZY said, see me out there grinning, keeping it the same old thing, yet inside, I'm attempting to sort out how everything veered off track, letting us in on his confidential battle. And through this, he is attempting to keep his head up. He accepts life tosses you on the ground, yet you must continue swinging. Appearance, that versatility he's known for, it's tied in with pushing ahead in any event. When you don't know what forward resembles, in the meantime, web-based entertainment has been going wild with responses. And let me let you know, individuals are picking. In one hand, you have Group JEEZY, where a few fans see JEEZY's activities as an extreme yet essential move. Then, at that point, there's Group J. Her allies are standing firm, having confidence in her side of the story. Yet in the midst of these partitioned camps, there's likewise a flood of shock and doubt. And we should not fail to remember the people who are only here for the tea. What do you all think? JEEZY was on the right track to make the strides he did? Or is there more going on? Drop your considerations in the remarks underneath. Assuming you partook in this video, offer it a go ahead And remember to buy in and hit the ringer symbol so you won't pass up any updates. See you in our next video.